Hello everyone, my name is Piyush Patel and I will walk you all through my survey. In this survey, I have covered few sections such as introduction to privacy and security of data, concerns related to it and countermeasures against the concerns raised by the users related to privacy and security of the data. I will also explain my motto behind the selection of the presented 6 papers. Now, let us all dive into the introduction part of the survey. We come across lots of information in our day-to-day life, whether the information is related to ourselves or others, but this information is considered as too valuable. In this digital era, data is considered as valuable asset and is often called as the new oil. So why users' data is given such a high importance and priority? It is due to the fact that this data contains lots of information about user and has a lot of value associated with the user. Data such as date of birth or phone number have so much importance that other data associated with users can be easily exposed. There has been lots of concerns raised related to security and privacy of data, as exposition of such data could result in huge cost implications to the users. We will now discuss the privacy and security concerns in education. During the pandemic period, there has been an exponential rise in online education. In the survey, it has been mentioned that there has been an exponential growth by 720% in online education. Due to growth in new education platforms and online proctoring service providers, the concerns related to students' data privacy and security has raised again. There has been a survey conducted to know the issues and concerns related to online education. Many of the students believe that there has been an over collection of their data and this data is misused by the service providers. This survey has exposed many service providing agencies which sell students' data to third party for growth of their businesses. Also, installation of standalone software and browser extensions are often considered as privacy invasive by the students, as this requires permissions to access personal data such as browsing history and storage permissions. There has been a lot of concerns in users' mind whether the data access is secured or not. With advancement to technology, there has been a huge rush in making browser more user friendly, and services such as service workers is introduced at it offers capabilities similar as that too of native apps. But this service workers has been exposed to attacks like history sniffing, which uses to get users history. Also, these service workers have different cache storage mechanisms than that of browser, which is also misused by the attackers to gain knowledge of users visited websites. Also, attackers uses attacks like registration inference and application level inference that has been found in websites like Tinder and WhatsApp web respectively, and attacker was successful in exposing the user's data. During the survey, it has been mentioned that over 1 million Alexa websites has been passed through these attacks, and many of the websites have been exposed as they were using service workers. Moreover, there has been lot of concerns while sharing a sensitive data over a secure channel in a browser here, where the attacks like sidechainer attacks against TLS is exposed, where attacker try to gain access of channel by performing timing attacks. However, Raccoon attack has been popularly known as it exposes Diffie Hellman ciphers, as this cipher preserves the leading 0 byte of the pre-master secret, which can be used to generate most significant bits oracle from a server to determine the Diffie Hellman secret. These MSB oracles are used for timing based attack, in which attacker uses HTTP request and response difference to attack on certain websites. We have discussed web security and privacy concerns in our before slide. Now we will go through the privacy and security concerns at application level. Social platform contains lots of users' data which can be used by attacker for unethical means. Some of the posts on users' social platforms are often deleted after some time period, as user may consider this post as sensitive. These posts are hunted by attackers for ransoming or blackmailing users due to unsafe deletion mechanism of these social platforms. Additionally, attacks on application levels have been increased significantly with exposition of data encrypted in emails. There has been attacks like e-field direct exfiltration attack, which exfiltrates the plain text of encrypted emails, and e-field MG attack, which uses CBC CFP gadgets to inject malicious plain text to encrypted attack. Reply attack has also been exposed with the vulnerability in email headers. We have covered web and application concern in our before discussion, but another important domain is online transactions by users. Here we will discuss about relay attacks and pin bypass in Visa transaction by non-Visa cards. These attacks exposes the EMV protocol of the card and how attacker could do transaction with non-Visa cards. Diagram presented here is a representation of how attacks would take place with consideration to these presented steps. Here generally two devices are recommended for offline data authentication, and one is to verify the cardholder verification. We have discussed lot of concerns and attack previously, and now we will discuss how to mitigate this issue. Concerns generated in education field can be mitigated by using alternatives against online examinations. Also, issue related to over collection of data can be mitigated by necessary monitoring techniques. Also, trusted software from education institutions should be rolled out to generate trust between student and institution, and there should be equal power distribution among student and teacher on selection of proctoring software or platform. Also, extension downloaded on browser can be removed after its usage so as to protect against disclosure of sensitive data. Concerns against leakages by service workers can be addressed by using secure browsers like Safari or by using latest version of Chromium or Mozilla Firefox. Also, reference errors are provided as solution to the browser development team so as to protect against attacks associated with the service workers. It is also recommended that user must clear cache and history regularly. Browsing data can be securely accessed by using latest TLS 1.3 version, and there has been a recommendation to use elliptical curved FEL1 cipher suites or ECTHE, as this does not preserve leading bytes. Similarly, DTLS and SSH protocols are also secured against the timing based attack, as it also does not keep the leading bytes of cipher required for generating MSB oracles. Application level concerns are addressed by implementing proper deletion mechanism on social platforms. Sensitive or damaged posts must be hidden in non-sensitive or non-damaged posts so as to bypass the lurking attacker. Also, min-max feature of newly generated deceptive learning game of deletion mechanism is considered as countermeasure to this issue. In this mechanism, damaged post is deleted along with the non-damaged post in such a way that it can be not recognized easily. Here, K post or K number of non-damaged posts are required to avoid recognition of damaged post. Attacks on email encryption can be easily mitigated using advanced encryption mechanism on associated data or AEAD data encryption mechanism, which generates error message on decryption when exposed to the attacks. Also generating strong P-strong and M-strong mechanism for email encryption, and also to restrict vulnerabilities of MIME, CMS and OpenPGP protocol. Strong measures has been provided against concerns related to users' transaction. Firstly, PIN PIN bypassing attacks can be resolved through setting terminal bit 1 of byte 1 of the terminal transaction qualifiers, that is to make terminal aware of other card usages. Also, terminal must always be verified by this signed dynamic authentication data, which prevents attack from the static data attacks. Also, SDID must be generated by the card and verified by terminal for each transaction, as security must be kept intact at each and every level. Also, this must contains both application identifier as well as primary account number PAN. From all the previous discussion, we can conclude that data privacy and security is considered as crucial part of user's life, and it should not be exposed, misused in any unethical nature. Integrity of users' data has been a primary goal of society, and with advancements in technology, crucial measures must be taken to keep it secured. Goal behind selection of this research paper is to address users' routine data concern, and it covers most of the domain from education to business and from browser level security to application level security. Also, it spreads awareness against routine problems like unsecure browser usage and helps to mitigate such issues and problems. These are the six references taken in a survey. Thank you.